and welcome back to the Honour Respect and another edition of Raw out of 10. It is the go-home edition of Raw before Crown Jewel. In addition to tying a bow on feuds that will culminate in matches at Saturday's PLE, WWE had a lot else planned for this show. So yeah, without further ado, let's get straight into it. Raw opened with a few shots of people arriving. And a recap of Jey Uso losing the IC title last week. When the show went live, he made his way to the ring for an excited crowd. Jey spoke briefly before asking Jimmy Uso to join him. Big Jim thanked him for his work on SmackDown, so they needed to be together to take down Solo Sikoa and the Bloodline. Jey said that he had a lot of stuff to fix in their relationship, but if they're going to reunite, it wouldn't be as someone else's henchman. Tama and Tonga Lower attacked them, and Jacob Fatu soon joined them while Solo looked on from ringside. The Usos eventually turned the table and took out 3 men. The segment ended with the reunited twin brothers standing tall as Sikoa and his boys were sent away by security. While it feels like this is being rushed, it's a good segment. Obviously got to get it done for Survivor Series. Jey having issues makes sense, so it'll be interesting to see how it goes with Roman too. Before we got Sheamus against Ludwig Kaiser, they immediately started trading punches after their initial lock-up. Kaiser took control and sent Sheamus out of the ring with a sliding dropkick. He seemed to catch the Celtic Warrior off guard, but the Irishman eventually turned it around. Sheamus has made a reputation of being one of the hardest hitters in WWE, so it should surprise nobody that he and Kaiser left some welts on each other. The German is an incredibly reliable worker who always makes his opponents look good, so this ended up being a fun encounter that ended clean with a brogue kick to give Sheamus the victory. A run with the IC or United States title, I think, would definitely be what Kaiser deserves in the near future. I thought, yeah, this was a really good match, but probably with Sheamus returning, it's probably the right result to put him over. 6 out of 10. Before we got Ivy Nile taking on Zelina Vega. Both competitors had members of their stable at ringside for support. Vega has been slapping the taste out of Niall's mouth and kept control until she hit a Meteora from the apron, sending us into a break. We returned to see Vega in control and setting up for a moonsault. She almost missed her opponent completely, but still made a cover for it too. The Creed saved Niall from Code Red, and they ended the fight with Del Toro on Wild. Niall used the distraction to hit a Uranagi for the pin and a win. This was a pretty uneventful match with a predictable finish. A couple of awkward moments didn't help, nor did the fact that much of it took place during a commercial break. So yeah, I'm going to give it 5 out of 10 for me. I can see what they're trying to do, but just didn't quite click for me. Before we got New Day versus War Raiders versus LWO, but before that, Rollins came out to deliver a promo at its upcoming match with Bronson Reed, but the big man called him out to the parking lot for a fight. The camera followed the visionary from the arena to the parking lot, where he and Reed began brawling. Rollins ended up storming his rivals on the hood of a car, but Reed was back a few minutes later and put Rollins through a few tables with a Death Valley driver. This was great, made Reed look like an absolute killer, and yeah, kind of gave us a preview of what to expect. But the triple threat tag match to decide who would get a shot at the tag team titles was the New Day, the War Raiders, and the LWO. Lee Ivor and Kofi started the match. The two high flyers teamed up, and the powerhouse before Kingston rolled Lee up for a near fall. Triple threat tag matches are always a mix of chaos and fun, where a team is always legal, unlike Fatal 4-Way, where only 2 competitors are legal at once. Woods started using some dirty tactics in an attempt to win and got booed by the crowd, which seemed to have upset him. Kingston tagged in and hit a jive onto everyone to put the New Day back in the driver's seat. The match lasted through 2 commercial breaks, giving all teams a chance to shine. Everyone worked well together to make this an interesting and hard-fought contest. Gable showed up and pulled Mysterio out the ring with an ankle lock, paving the way for the War Raiders to pin Kingston to the win. And probably going to cause more dissension within the New Day. I think the War Raiders really deserve this chance as well. So yeah, to be honest, I was definitely a fan of this and gets a 7 out of 10 from me. And in our main event, it was Damian Priest against Dirty Dominic Mysterio. Dirty Dom was told earlier in the show that his mystery opponent was Damian Priest, so he asked the rest of the Judgment Day to stay backstage to prove he could defeat a former world champion. They played out exactly as you would expect. Dom tried to cheat while using Priest and power advantage to dominate wherever possible. This match lasted for less than 15 minutes in the show and it included a break, so they had not enough time to make it feel rushed, but not do anything spectacular. So this felt a more like a random encounter. Then a blow off to their feud, so the result didn't feel as important as maybe it should have. Predictably, the rest of the Judgment Day showed up and interfered and distracted the ref. Priest fought back with a steel chair, but Dom rolled him up to take a handful of touch for the win. The Archer of Infamy grabbed Dominic and hit the Razor's Edge before striking several times with a chair. Felt like it was designed to get a pop from the crowd, but unfortunately just didn't really click as either. So yeah, I'm going to give it 6 out of 10. Kind of thought we'd done with this feud now, but yeah, I'm intrigued to see where it goes next. Kind of feel like it has reached an end, so yeah, let's just see, I guess. Overall, Raw out of 10 gets a 6 out of 10 from me. Yeah, I thought it was a pretty solid episode of Raw this week, to be fair. I thought the whole stuff with the bloodlines really heating up now, which is a good thing. Maybe some of the matches fell a bit flat, but on the whole, I think the 2-hour format just keeps it nice and concise. For me, yeah, it works pretty well.
Hey guys, that's it for this video. Thanks very much for watching. Remember to like, share, subscribe, follow us on our socials, link in the description below for daily wrestling news, meme and content. Subscribe to our other channels on screen right now, that'd be greatly appreciated. Thanks very much for watching. Peace out.